Hello, everybody, and welcome inside the Edward Jones chatting cage. I'm Jackie Redmond, and I am so excited for today's segment for two reasons. One, you, the fans sitting at home, get to ask all of the questions today. And two, our guest is an absolute stud and major league legend. He had 18 years in the major leagues and is now Seattle's hitting coach for the Mariners, Edgar Martinez. Before we welcome him in, though, there's two ways that you can ask a question. You can click the green button below and sign up, or sign in for your chance to ask that question live on video. Or if you don't want to be on video, you can tweet us using the hashtag chatting cage to get your questions in. So let's not waste any time. Without further ado, let's bring in Edgar into the Edward Jones chatting cage. Edgar, welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us. How excited are you to kind of talk face to face with your own fans here today?
Yeah, thank you for having me. Very excited about it and looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Let's get right to it. Our first question comes from Doug on Twitter. He wants to know, a lot has been made of the Mariners' success in one-run ball games this season. From your standpoint as the hitting coach, what are you preaching to the guys in those high-pressure situations?
You know, the team overall have done a great job, not only with the pitching, but the defense, and keep us in close games. So late innings, we just concentrate on having a plan and approach and staying aggressive. And the guys have done a great job. They feel that they always have a chance to come back, and it's been a great year.
And based on, your storied career, obviously being in the high-pressure situations, it seemed like you sort of thrived off that when you played.
I had in my career opportunities to be in those type of situations. Just having always a plan and approach, knowing the opposition, knowing that how the pitcher is going to pitch to you, it helps a lot when you know what the approach they have with you.
There's a reason they say know your enemies, right? Okay, our next fan question we're going to get via video. Tell us your name and what's your question for Edgar?
Hi, Edgar. My name is Nick from New York, and my question for you is, since you're the hitting coach of the Mariners, since you guys are should be going to the postseason, how are you guys going to use your hitting, against, those good pitchers? I know you guys reversed the Yankees yesterday, and you guys lost to Domingo Germán. So, how are you guys going to use that against the best teams in the league?
The pitching of the Yankees have a lot of success. They basically are throwing more breaking balls and using off-speed a little bit more. And we just need to be aware of that. And have a plan. Have a plan to the offense against them, and we just need to make sure that we execute that plan.
We are inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with Edgar Martinez, the Seattle Mariners hitting coach. Our next question comes from Hannah on Twitter. She wants to know, can you talk about the support you received after the Hall of Fame votes came out last year? 70%, so close. What does the support mean to you? Obviously, your goal, you want to get in, but just seeing how many people have supported you through the years.
Yeah, the people have been amazing, giving me a lot of support through the years. I think, last year the percentage went up a lot, and it's a real opportunity now. So I think I'm excited about the possibilities next year. And again, the support has meant a lot to me. The fans from Seattle and around the country has been amazing. So I'm looking forward next year.
If you're able to get in on that final year of being on the ballot, I mean, what do you think that's going to mean to you? How emotional do you think it will be for you?
Yeah, always emotions will be there. I mean, we played this game since we're kids, and the dream is to play in the big leagues and have success in the big leagues. And making it to the Hall of Fame is the ultimate achievement. So I know it's going to be a lot of emotions, but also it means a lot to me. It means a lot to my family, and and the fans from Seattle and Puerto Rico. So hopefully it happens.
I think it will. You got a lot of people rooting for you, sir. Okay, our next fan question is going to be on video. Tell us your name and what's your question for Edgar?
Hey Edgar, my name's Tim from Long Island. During your career, what was the best piece of advice you got just during your time in the big leagues?
You know, always hard work is the advice. Never give up. Be persistent when you have a goal, and it's going to be failures. And how you handle the failures is what is important. But keep persistent, trying to achieve your goals. And that advice helped me a lot. And through the years, I had failures, ups and downs, but never give up. That mentality helped me a lot.
So persistence is key. All right, this is the EDJ question of the day. What's your favorite memory from when the Mariners retired your number 11 last season?
It was amazing to go in from the outfield all the way to the mound area. Just looking at the fans and the way they cheer, how they gave me a lot of support through the years, and being able to take all that in, I make sure that I try to enjoy that moment, and I still have that moment very clear in my mind.
That video that they put together for you that day when they did that too was spectacular. What did you think of the video?
It was really cool. You know, the video was amazing and make you think back all those years that, you know, they played with the organization, and it was a lot of fun to look back at some of those footage.
It's one thing to talk about it, right? But to actually see the visuals, I'm sure really actually brings you back into that exact moment. All right, our next fan question comes from Lou here inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with Edgar Martinez. Lou, what's your question?
Good morning to you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. And good morning to this great legend, Edgar Martinez. I got goosebumps right now. Thank you so much, man. I think back to the old days with Randy Johnson, Ken Griffey, and A-Rod. No doubt. Oh, man, that was definitely amazing memories. Now, to get to the question humbly asking, sir, what is like the feeling? Because you are a hitting coach right now. What is the feeling like passing on the torch of knowledge to these great Mariner hitters of today?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity to you know, just be part of a team after playing for many years and being able to share some of the things that helped me in the past to the young hitters. You know, the hitters today, they love to have information, and when some of the hitters have success, it's a great feeling. So I'm enjoying it very much, the time I spend with them, and hopefully I can continue to help them out.
Lou, thank you for your question and for your energy. How pumped up was Lou, Edgar? He was awesome. You got to take some of that energy to the ballpark today.
Yes.
Okay, our next question is from Twitter. Robert would like to know, Mitch Haniger showed flashes during his rookie season. What progressions have you seen from him in year 2?
At the beginning of the season, he had really good start of the season, and I think he's going to continue to get better and better. He's still a young player. He's still learning the league, and as his career progresses, it's going to just keep getting better. He's a player that study, you know, the game, the opposition. He's well prepared. He works really hard, and he has a routine that he knows what he wants, and he knows how to go about it. So he's going to keep improving.
Just to follow up on that, how important is a routine for a player, regardless of the position they play, but how important is it to kind of stay in your routine day in and day out?
Yeah, most of the players have a routine that they do in a daily basis. It's because they know that routine actually help them to accomplish his goals. And you know, in the case of Mitch, he knows what he needs, and that's why he sticks with his routine. So it's very important. But knowing the player knowing what help them, so they can acquire the right routine is important.
All right, we are inside the Edward Jones chatting cage with Mariners legend Edgar Martinez. We have another fan question. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi guys, my name is Alex. I'm from New Jersey. Edgar, you played in a lot of different stadiums during your career. I was just wondering, what was your favorite ballpark to play in?
Well, other than the Kingdom, I love the Kingdom and Safeco Field. But one of my favorite places to play was the Yankee Stadium for sure. Love coming to New York, playing at the Yankee Stadium with the energy at the stadium was very different. A lot of energy. It was a lot of fun, and by far one of the best places to come and play.
All right, Edgar, you faced a lot of pitchers during your career, and Brian from Facebook would like to know who was the toughest pitcher you ever faced?
Well, you know, at the beginning, Nolan Ryan was pretty tough for me.
I heard he has that reputation, yeah.
Yes. And anybody that threw a knuckleball was tough for me. I couldn't hit knuckleballs. Pedro was tough. I mean, it's a lot of pitchers that were tough. Clemens, and a few more other pitchers, but I would say between Nolan, Pedro, and anyone that threw a knuckleball.
Those two right there were absolute studs, too. All right, we got one more question for you from social media. This one comes from Lisa Jennings on Twitter. She says, you did so many things well as a major league hitter, but if there's one thing that you want people to remember about your body of work, which aspect would you choose?
I would say consistency. You know, playing the game at this level, Major League Baseball is difficult, and it's a lot of ups and downs. And being able to stay consistent is probably something that I really take pride on. Like I said, it's very easy when things are going bad to just stay down, but I was able to actually come up and stay consistent.
When that happens, like when you faced adversity in your career, like how were you able to stay positive?
You know, I had the mentality and kind of work on early in my career that, you know, I still have a skill. The skill is not the reason why I'm struggling. Is the way I'm thinking is changing, and I work on it. I work on being aware of the way I was thinking at the time. I wasn't playing at my best, and just change the way I was thinking. And that's the key, I think, just to be aware of the way the mind is tricking us at times.
All right, well, based on the way your career went, whatever you were doing, it worked out very well for you, and you're doing a stellar job as the hitting coach of the Seattle Mariners now as well. Thank you so much for joining us on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. We really appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the year, and I know everybody that watched this segment and here at MLB Network is rooting for you to get into the Hall.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And thank you to everyone at home that was watching, submitting your questions, and following along on Twitter and on MLB.com. We really, really appreciate it. I'm Jackie Redmond. Thank you for watching, and make sure you keep an eye out for the next Edward Jones Chatting Cage.